The moment the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya decided to open up in regards to his boss, President William Ruto, planning on killing him, that became the end of any reconciliation that might actually take place between Rigathi Gachagua and President William Ruto. But where did all this saga begin, and where did the fallout begin? What really happened at Kisumu Hotel? Now, here are the secret tapes in President Ruto and DP regarding Gachagua's fallout that today were named out by Rigathi Gachagua in trying to prove the point on what really led to the fallout between him and President William Ruto. It is said these tapes were taken on 30th of August. Now let's get down to this story. Gachagua had spent the day together with his boss, President William Ruto, on a tour of the Nyanza region. It was the first time the two Kenya Kwanza leaders were receiving a warm reception at the lakeside city since the disputed 2022 general election, but the thawing of relations with their main rival Raila Amolo Odinga, the region's kingpin, had facilitated the welcoming tour. After a grueling day addressing campaign stops, Mr. Gachagua had the perfect hotel to weed up the night, overlooking Lake Victoria and with a bird's eye view of Kisumu City. The hotel's presidential suite was a splendid way to end an eventful day. This was not the first time that Gachagua was visiting this high-end hotel. In January, the hotel on its X account posted a photo of Gachagua at the hotel together with the hotel general manager, Shanawaz Bashar. Let's continue. It is said in January, the hotel on its X account posted a photo of Gachagua at the hotel together with the hotel general manager, Shanawaz Bashar. Now, we had the honor of hosting His Excellency Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy President of Kenya, at the Acacia Premier Hotel. His Excellency was welcomed by our General Manager Shanawaz Bashar, a true testament to the excellence we strive to provide for all our guests. The picture was provided. Now, this evening, the DP was joined by a member of parliament from the Rift Valley region while he was at the said hotel after his tour in the Nyanza region. Now, this MP was considered an ally of Gachagua, having defended the DP when debate on his looming impeachment was discussed in the region in July. The second-term lawmaker had identified himself as a defender of Gachagua in the Rift Valley region. The same MP had in the past election campaigned against Dr. William Ruto and was lucky to have won the parliamentary seat, beating the candidate supported by the President, William Ruto. This MP would spend hours with Gachagua at his presidential suite in the hotel. They had a long conversation that they thought was private, but later it turned out that someone else was listening in the conversation. They had, a day before Gachagua had arrived at the hotel, an advanced team of security officers and officers from the protocol team had secured the hotel room. Security assessment. The advanced team, which normally travels ahead of the president and his deputy, had made all arrangements, including a security assessment of the hotel where the VIP would spend the night. The presidential suite was reserved for Gachagua, while other VIPs and security heads were issued with rooms above the presidential suite and the floor below. This kind of security arrangement is meant to ensure that the DP is well guarded from all corners. Hours before Gachagua checked into the room, a trusted security head is said to have done a routine check. This aide is said to have demanded an explanation from the leader of the advance team on whether the room had been thoroughly checked before the arrival of the VP. This aide was informing that all informed that all security procedures, including debugging of the room, had been conducted. On this night, Gachagua and his confidant spent hours in a conversation before the member of parliament, uh, who was also spending the night at the same hotel, retired to his room for the night. According to informed sources, this has now turned out to be the night of betrayal of Gachagua by men and women whom he trusted. What Gachagua did not know is that some people away from his room were getting minute by minute, blow by blow updates on the deliberations in the presidential suite. This recorded conversation is now at the center of the fallout between the DP and his boss. On Sunday, Mr. Gachagua spoke on his discharge from Karen Hospital, said National Intelligence Service agents had assessed his room in Kisumu on April 30th. He believes that this was an assassination attempt. Undercover police assessed my room on August 30th, were det- were det- but we detected it again on September 3rd, while in Nyeri there was an attempt to poison me, Gachagua said. Now let's get down to discussing this. After the Gen Z demonstration, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua statement while he was addressing the people from Mombasa, immediately 1 hour later after the President of the Republic of Kenya, President William Ruto, addressed the nation, Gachagua spoke. And when Gachagua spoke, he spit out a lot of damning allegations against the National Intelligence Service. And also, these were allegations that pointed out that President William Ruto was uninformed of the situation of the Republic of Kenya, which made President William Ruto look bad. Now, from then, the demonstrations cooled down. After the demonstrations cooled down, people like Imani Ichung'wah were calling out Gachagua left, right, and center, accusing him of being the one that funded the Gen Z demonstration. But these allegations did not go further. This is after President William Ruto had a conversation with ODM leader Raila Odinga on a broad-based government, where they went ahead to agree on certain ways on how they will rule the republic, on how they will share power, and how the opposition will be included in this play for power. Now they were brought in. After that, they agreed to work together. After agreeing to work together, President William Ruto, now owing and discovering that he was losing touch with the people of the Mount Kenya region, he planned a tour on the Mount Kenya region, where Rigathi Gachagua took the president to the Mount Kenya region for the first time in a very long time, since they had started having differences. They visited the Mount Kenya region. After visiting the Mount Kenya region, the following week, because President William Ruto had also agreed with Raila Amolo Odinga on the way forward in regards to the opposition and also power sharing, Ruto was welcomed in Kisumu. Together with Rigathi Gachagua, they went to visit there. Now here, remember, Gachagua had disagreed and also painted the name of the National Intelligence Service Director Nudin Haji as a man that is incompetent and a man that shouldn't be holding the office of the Director of National Intelligence Service. Now these allegations made Nudin Haji, together with the Department of National Intelligence Service, to start tracking the Deputy President and to try and determine his next moves, because he had made so damning allegations against the man that guns one of the most crucial and strategic bodies in the security department of the Republic of Kenya, Director of NIS Nudin Haji. So when the debugging was done and everything was claimed to have been assessed on where the deputy president was staying, they believed that his team that was trusted to him believed that they had done their thorough work. But among them, there was a man or was there on a mission to plant listening devices or bugs to listen to the conversation and to gather intelligence to have information that will trigger the president to start a fight between him and the deputy president. And that is what happened. On that night, Gachagua and a friend of his who is a member of parliament held a conversation at the said presidential suite in Kisumu. Now, the conversation was so damning where Gachagua was trying to diminish his boss, President William Ruto. Now, he was beating up his chest in the said conversations that Ruto hawezi access Mount Kenya bila mimi. Ruto cannot have the Mount Kenya votes without me. He has to beg me to be there for him so that he will get the votes of the Mount Kenya region. Na lazima akuje anipigie magoti aniombe msamaha. Lazima anipatie real power ndio niweze kukubali kufanya kazi na yeye. Now these are ones that are believed to have come from Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Now it is believed that this team also had been organized by one man by the name of Dennis Itumbi, who is believed to lead the Hustler Nation Intelligence Bureau. Kumbuka kuna hiyo department aliform during the campaign period, which is believed to be there until now collecting intel on people that are always against the president of the Republic of Kenya. So they collected much intel implicating Gachagua trying to diminish the president. And after collecting the intel, they presented the intel before the president. Now the president, though he had tried to work his anger issues and try to tame Gachagua and also show Gachagua that, you know what, we are not fighting. This government, we want it, so we are going to rule and we are going to do this thing together. That's why both of them were in the Mount Kenya region, and Ruto decided to take Gachagua in the Nyanza region. But after the Nyanza visit, everything crumbled, and that is where the conversation started. Now Gachagua realized, wait a minute, kumbe kimeniramba. I've been set up. Instead of these people doing what they are supposed to do to protect me as the deputy president, they did not do it. My audios are now being held by the president, trying to accuse me of diminishing the president.